Hey guys, Noah here. Wanted to give you a little recap of what we did last week in Los Angeles, in Anaheim, at Family Reunion. So for those of you that weren't able to make it out, you really missed some amazing information that Keller Williams shared with us, that Gary Keller shared with us, and some really great things that Keller Williams is working on right now. So if you don't know what Family Reunion is, every year Keller Williams does two big events, and one of them is called Family Reunion, and that's in a different place every year. This year it was in Anaheim. And in September they have Mega Camp, which is always in Austin, Texas. So they're the two big Keller Williams events. 15 to 20,000 people come. Great networking, great information coming out of that. So I wanted to share with you a couple of my top bullet points from what I learned at Family Reunion this year that Keller Williams is working on. So first and foremost, as we know, there's a big fight going on with all these other companies trying to figure out ways to disrupt the real estate agent and figure out ways to squeeze our commissions. So Keller Williams is on the forefront of figuring out how to protect our commissions and figuring out different and creative ways to do that through ancillary services, through technology, and just through different things that they're doing. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a minute. Another thing that they really focused on this year was databases. So databases are king. And if your database is not dialed in right now, make sure that you're dialed in on your database so that when Keller Williams rolls out all their new technology, that you're ready to go and ready to put it to use. So some of the cool technology that Keller Williams is working on. So what Keller Williams does is they have a lab process. So what the lab process is, and what it does, is they invite agents. Some of them they invite to Austin, and some of them are doing it virtually, and different groups of people: agents, mega agents, assistants, marketing people, OPs of market centers, and team leaders, to get different perspectives on how the technology works for all the different people. So some of the different technology that Keller Williams is working on is number one, Keller Cloud. So everything is built on the Keller Cloud. All the programs run through that, so everything can be done virtually, and all the data can be tied together. So we have analytics and reporting on everything that we could possibly want to see. So what that means is that the entire process of submitting green sheets, that's going away. There won't be green sheets anymore. Everything will be done in real time now, which is great for the market center. It's great for you as an agent. Keller Command, which is the new CRM. It's not really they're not calling it a CRM, but for all intents and purposes, it's a CRM. So Keller Command, which is the new CRM that Keller Williams is working on, which is going to be great. Hopefully, we're looking forward to being able to get rid of the CRM that we use, which is Infusionsoft, and should replace all the CRMs that you guys are currently using as well, to integrate with everything that Keller Williams is doing and has to offer. One thing that you can play around with right now is the new Keller Williams referral platform. So when we want to find out where to send a referral to somebody outside of town, what do? We go on Facebook, we say, hey, who do we know in Nashville, Tennessee, and 1,000 people respond and say, hey, talk to this person, talk to that person. So Keller Williams has created a really cool referral platform where you can see all the different agents in all the different areas. You can search by zip code, by city, by region. You can sort by number of units they sold, whether they have a MAPS coach. You could sort by listing units, buyer units. You could see whether they're on a team, whether they're not on a team. There's a lot of different things that you can sort by to pick your preferred referral partner. It also follows up on referrals. It sends all this stuff. You can negotiate the commission, the percentage amounts that you're offering as your referral. It's just a really great program to add an additional layer to your business. So if you want to play around with the referral platform, it's out there right now. You go to the website referrals.kwconnect.com. referrals.kwconnect.com. You're going to need your Keller Williams username and password to log on to that, but you can start sending referrals and receiving referrals right now. You can build your network of referral partners so you can add a different layer to your business. The next thing that Keller Williams is working on is Kelly, K-E-L-L-E. So that's Keller Williams Artificial Intelligence. similar to Siri or Alexa or any of those products that you're seeing out there now. It's artificial intelligence that's going to communicate with all of the technology that Keller Williams is working on. So you could talk to Kelly into your phone and say, hey, add this person to my database, and it will automatically add them to your database. Or send a referral to agent in this location, and it will do that. Or how much GCI did I do last month? Or how much GCI did my team do last month? There's a lot of different questions that you're going to be able to ask it, and a lot of different things that you can do using the artificial intelligence. Now, remember, this stuff is in the early stages and it's in its infancy. So as technology, the more we use it, the more it learns and the better the program is actually going to be. So be patient with it as it develops. Just start using it right now, and as it develops, you can start using it more and more in your business. The next thing that Keller Williams is going to be rolling out, or is labbing right now, is a new and improved revised version of KW Connect. So if you haven't gone on KW Connect, it's really a great resource. It's pretty much like the YouTube of Keller Williams Real Estate, where you can find videos on how other agents do their listing presentations and buyer presentations, and explaining different ways that they run their business, and people share spreadsheets, and literally they share everything on there. It's really an amazing resource. So that website is kwconnect.com. On there you can play around with that and find so many different things. So some really great technology coming out of Keller Williams this year. Some of it's being rolled out now, and more of it will be rolled out over the next coming months. But big changes happening in the real estate industry over the next 12 to 18 months. And it's great to know that Keller Williams is on the forefront of that and now considers itself a technology company that happens to be focused on real estate and empowering the agent to be agent-led with technology. It's really cool stuff. Another thing that Keller Williams is doing is rolling out Keller Mortgage. So we don't have it here yet, but they're rolling it out in some other areas around the country. And what they're trying to do is disrupt the mortgage industry. So doing it in a way that's to the benefit of the consumer, to the buyer. So what they're doing is offering no fees and $1,000 back at closing, and the lowest interest rates available. So on average, on a $250,000 deal, your buyer will end up saving about $5,000 in fees that they would normally have to pay to a different mortgage company. So what that does is they tie it into the fact that you have to use a Keller Williams agent in order to take advantage of this. So what that does is it incentivizes more people to use Keller Williams agents when they're going out and getting a mortgage, and keep protecting our commission. So instead of us having to potentially reduce commission in the future, they can get discounts back through Keller Mortgage instead of on the commission side of things. So more to come on that over the next handful of months as we find out more information. So another thing that I learned, just a good question that I learned while we were out there, was just the question when a lot of people always ask, how is the market, right? We get that question all the time, how is the market? And we usually just jump in with whatever response you normally give. But something clicks. I heard somebody say this at family reunion, and the answer that they give is, what makes you ask? Somebody says, how's the real estate market? Well, what makes you ask? And the reason why you do that is because it encourages conversation, because the reason they might be asking is maybe because they're looking to sell a home or looking to buy a home. So by asking those questions, we can find out more information and bring the conversation to the next level. Another bit of insight that we got is a lot of the buyer leads that come in, we treat them as buyer leads, but a statistic came out that more than 50% of the buyer leads that come in are actually seller leads in disguise. So they're sellers trying to find out what's going on with the market, what the comps are, maybe even getting into seeing other properties because they're considering selling their house. So remember, when you get a buyer lead, always ask the question, do you have a home to sell? So this way you potentially get more than one transaction in one. Another thing is, we heard Gary Keller speak, and some people have asked him to shadow him and ask him what he does in the course of a day. And through watching what he does, they walk out of that meeting and say, well, you do exactly the same thing that I do, which is lead generation. And he says, yeah, well, lead generation is what got me to where I'm at today. So why would I be doing anything differently now that I'm at this level? So just remember, as you progress on in your career, don't forget the things that got you to the point that you're at now, which probably is business development and lead generation. Make sure that you're constantly doing that every day. And even when you get busy, and even when you get to the next level, make sure you're doing lead generation every single day to keep your business going, because that's what got you there. We always talk about this here, but another reminder for me is that your environment should support your goals. So are you in an environment that supports your goals? Are you around other people that are thinking at the level that you're thinking and wanting to do the big things that you're doing? So make sure that the environment that you're in does support your goals. Gary Keller made an interesting comment that, just wanted to share, that I thought was just kind of a little bit funny. But one of the things he said is the best way to build a successful real estate business is to look at what most agents are doing and just do the opposite, right? Because most agents are not doing the right things. So find the agents that are doing the right things, that are doing things differently, and focus more about what they're doing. Another reminder that I got from Keller Williams was just the power of having a coach, and the power of having a MAPS coach more specifically. If you don't have a coach, go out and get one. It's never too early to get one. I wish I would have hired a coach from day one, because it really holds you accountable. It takes you to the next level, and it's just a partner in thinking about all the things that you might not be thinking about in your business. A coach will expose the weaknesses in your business, and that's just something that everybody needs. So whether it's a MAPS coach, or whether you're getting in the productivity coaching program that Stacy leads in the Market Center, you really need to have that coaching and accountability in your business to continue to improve and to get to the next level. Another thing that we discussed at Family Reunion was CGI, which is Career Growth Initiative. So it's another great tool, technology tool that Keller Williams has. Where you find that is you go to kwconnect.com. You go to the growth tab at the top of the page, then you click on the Career Growth Initiative, and then you click on the CGI calculator, and then you can plug in your goals that you have for the year, and it will track it for you and show you what you need to do every month to achieve your goals. It's just a great tool that you should all be using. Another great reminder that we got is about the 411. Which is just, talking about your yearly goal, your monthly goal, and then what you're going to be doing each week of the month, so the 4 weeks of the month, to achieve those goals. And it's just a great tool and a great resource that you should be doing, just so you can be focusing on your highest priority goals every single day, and make sure you're doing what you need to be doing every single day and not getting off track in your business. So that's the 411. So where you find that is you go to mykw.kw.com, which is the Keller Williams intranet website. Then you go to resources, and then you go to 411. So go on there, play around with the 411 tool. That's great too. Also the 135, which is your, also known as the GPS, which is your goals, priorities, and strategies. That's another great tool that's on there as well. So just want to leave you with one little note, and then we'll talk. I'm sure we'll talk more face to face, but keep doing what you're doing. We're getting into the spring market. Things are really going to start picking up over the next couple weeks and for the next few months. Make sure you're prepared for it. Make sure you let your buyers know to be prepared for bidding situations. You're going to see a lot more bidding wars out there over the next couple months. So make sure you're preparing your buyers for that up front, so that when they get in that situation, they know what to expect. And keep selling a lot of houses. Just really keep selling a lot of houses. KW Philly is the #1 market center in all of trend year to date for volume, units, buyer side units, buyer volume, seller side units, seller volume. We're literally #1 in every category year to date. We were #1 in January. We're #1 in February so far. So congratulations for being the #1 brokerage. Keep selling a lot of houses. Keep doing what you're doing every single day. and have an awesome spring. Hopefully you enjoyed this message. Hopefully you learned a lot of family reunion. My goal is to have a lot more people at Mega Camp and Family Reunion next year, so we'll start talking more about that as the weeks go on. And look forward to talking to you guys more face to face. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.